Yes, my beautiful people, Coco voice. We're here. It's the Out of Many podcast. Don't ask me what episode we're on because I really and truthfully don't know. It's not really important about the episode we're on right now, Car. This is a special show today, you know what I mean?
It is.
It's a special show. Not really sure what Carib Culture is doing on the production right now, but I don't think you can see the other faces. I don't think you might be able to, you might not, I don't know. But yeah, right now you can see my face. That's all that matters. But yeah, DJ Styler, I'm in the building. I am joined with my co-host.
The one and only, the classy presenter, Coco Diva in the building.
That is it. And we also have the lovely, the beautiful, the talented. Oh, you know, I'm not going to say that. Oh,
I don't know.
Man, say that. Mami to the Marissa. well forward to the stage. Yes, my love. That is it. They got Mami. And this one, I know you lot are going to be thinking, all right, who's that over there in the corner? Look at him, hat down and that. Look at him. But yeah, we've got man like Flow. Not DJ Flow, just Flow.
Just Flow.
2 W's. You know what I mean? He is a DJ. He is an entertainer. He's an all-rounder. He also does a little bit of ice skating as well. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah, he does his thing. He does his thing.
Okay.
he also does a bit of skiing as well. You know what I mean? Big up Ski Amigos. He does his thing as well. But yeah, big up Flow. He's in the building as well. And we should have with us one more person. You're not in for a treat today, man. I'm not even going to tell you who we're going to have. You're going to see because when she gets here, I'm going to introduce her properly. All right, so big up her. But in the meantime, between time, we got a big topic to talk about today, right? Got a big topic. We want to talk about City Splash today. Yeah? But before we get onto the City Splash thing, I think Coco's got some bulletins for us.
Yes, bulletins are bulletins. Kind of what kind of
bulletin, buttons.
Bullet. I'm joking.
No bullets. We ain't got no bullets over here. We got everything apart from bullets. But yeah, let's see what says. See what's going on.
Coco, be careful what you say. Next to the people them come on studio and can't find me. I'm joking. Jokes. Yes, let's just get into the first one. First, Shenseea becomes the third Caribbean woman to join Nicki Minaj, Rihanna. In the Spotify history, she has 19 million monthly listeners. Wow. So well done to
19
Shenseea.
million?
That's 19 million monthly. So there's something for you guys to work at, especially on a UK artist. But I'm not going to beat on today, no. Not yet.
Not today.
Anyway.
Not today. Wait, that reminds me. When you talk about monthly listeners, I don't know who it was. Someone was telling me. I don't need to say no names, but someone was telling me a specific female UK artist.
It was me.
4. Yeah, was it you?
I said it with chest.
Yeah.
And I will say it again. I ain't gonna call no names.
No names, but I was taken aback.
Pitiful.
Tell them the figure that you told me, because I'm still 4 monthly listeners.
4 monthly listeners.
Really?
And the single just dropped. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Not the oh dear.
No, do you know what it is? It is difficult as an
it's
artist.
difficult, but not
it is
4.
very difficult.
Not 4.
4 monthly listeners. Those are listeners, but they have to work at their marketing.
Those are your friends.
Sorry.
And she's been at it for years.
I'm glad I got the shades on today as well, you know. Big up me. Right.
Yeah,
Big up the artists as well, man, and I wish you the best.
No, I'm going to keep it real. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you've been being an artist for all 10, 12 years, yeah, and all you got to show for it is 4 friends listening on your Spotify, no. What you need to do is put down the artist thing, put down the microphone and find a new chore, find a new day job and find a new hobby. I'm just keeping it real because you're not, that's a hobby, innit? There's a hobby and there's being an artist. There's no passion behind it. And I'm not saying that, just because you don't have a lot of monthly listeners. No, we know it's hard. As Riz said, especially when you're grassroots, you're independent, being an artist, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of, but
consistency and dedication
listeners.
Why your friend them?
No. As Coco said, we got to call a spade a spade. No, but whoever it is.
You see, this is why I say it, and I'm not gonna take it back. There's a lot of artists in the UK who are just doing stuff. It's not even music. You're just getting to the people them studio to waste time. Stop doing stuff, brother. Go find a next job. Go read a book to the kids in the streets or something.
Work with purpose.
But bigger to the people them that are doing stuff that works. Yeah, if it's working, because slow progress is better than no progress. But when you're regressing and going, come on.
Don't make sense.
There comes a time after 12 years now you have to say to yourself, you know what? I'm nearing to the nearest side of 50. I get 4 monthly listeners. Is this artist thing really working? You know what I mean? Couple more grey hairs are sprouting out. Is it really? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't stress yourself, babes.
Cool.
Next
I
one.
want to know who this is now.
Nah, do you know you're gonna laugh when you hear it? But it's not about the artist right now. It's the message. It's the message. It's the message.
The next one is Shelley Ann Fraser Price has
Runner,
finally had a street named after her.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Well done to that. Big
that's
up you.
dope.
Big up Shelly
Big up
Ann.
Shelly
That
Ann.
girl.
Pocket
Love
rocket.
it.
That girl, Shelly Ann.
Right. Jacure remains in prison. Remember we was having this conversation if
Yeah.
he was out or whatever was going on.
Oh, he went
but
for
he's
appeal
still
or
there.
something like that, innit?
Huh?
He went to appeal or something for something.
Yes.
Do you know the outcome of
yes.
that, or we don't know?
No. To be fair, I'm not really interested in it because he is where he belongs, behind these prison walls, because you're doing too much.
Boy.
Happy 50th birthday to Lauryn Hill.
Hey, big up Lauren. Hey, that's
Big
my
up
girl, you
Lauryn
know. I know
Hill.
Marissa's a
Love
big
you.
fan of Lauren
Yeah,
as
you
well.
know
you know.
this.
I can see why.
Yeah, because you can
I
see
can
it.
see why,
Still
yeah.
the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that's still my, I got it on
Yeah.
vinyl and record, like, yeah.
Last one. Kind of sad, but I mean, depends on what way you look at it. Reggae Pioneer. That's how you pronounce it?
Who?
Pioneer.
Pioneer, yeah.
Jesus.
Reggae
the
Pioneer.
people them I think I'm a dog dance, me educated. Yeah.
Reggae Pioneer, yeah.
Reggae Pioneer. Sly Dunbar has
Slide Dunbar, yeah.
been
Robbie and yeah.
honoured into the Lifetime Achievement Award by the University of Minnesota. So well
Yeah,
done.
man,
to you.
well done.
Well done.
Well
Yeah,
done,
see,
Mr.
we like
Dunbar.
this.
Yeah,
I like
we like that. I like those bulletins
I
there.
like those.
Where you find them bulletins there? From who we crediting? Where you find
All
them?
over.
All
I
over,
credit myself.
All right.
Big up me.
One Coca Diva.
One
that is it.
cock diva, never two.
On the you mentioned Lauryn Hill quickly. I just want to say something. Especially as a DJ, Flo, you can probably there's specific albums from that era, yeah, that I would say are my favorite albums of all time, you know. And I don't know, Flo, if you can agree with me, yeah, but the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill's album, Destiny's Child, The Writing on the Wall. You'd probably relate to me as well, Riz. Destiny's Child, The Writings on the Wall. Kanye West, Through the Wire.
Mm-hmm.
That album there was cold. Nas had a bad album, can't remember the name of it, but Nas had a sick album as well from back then. And there was one more album that was my go-to album, Buja Banton, Many Moods of Moses. That was, that album there. Yeah, there's them albums there.
That era.
They stick, like that era there. And especially Destiny's Child, The Writing on the Wall. Like I knew every single song. Like, do you know when people were making albums, yeah? And every song on the album was a banger.
Yeah.
Or you'd listen to like now albums are coming out and you might like a one song and then that's it. You know what I mean? And we were talking about it, releases last week, innit? And I forgot to mention Valiant has a new body of work. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen or heard anything from it?
Yet. No,
That's
I
what I'm
I heard
trying to
one
say.
song that he performed at City Splash and I absolutely loved it. It was like a song for, you know, your loved ones that's passed away.
Yeah.
And I think that song is amazing. So I can't remember the name, but big up Valiant on that.
We're gonna go find that. It was from the album, yeah.
Yeah, from the new album.
Man, love
Yeah.
that. And I like the timing that he done it because he done it when he's performing at City Splash. That's intelligent still. The topic that you just mentioned there, I think the only other artist that I heard do that recently that made it big is Diani with Heaven Telegram. Have you heard?
I haven't heard the song.
Sorry, say you run out of time. That song there, Diani, that's the kind of song that
yes.
yeah, that catapulted Diani out into the, you know what I mean? And to bust with a song like that, that's how you know it's a real song of substance. So I need to go check that song out
Yeah,
from
too
Valiant.
bad still.
I heard the one where ugly man, the girl them love ugly man, ugly boy. He's got. You heard that, Flo?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Are you saying it because you can relate or?
Nah. Wait, like this. I saw a clip of that there still. That part he said something about ugly man. The girl them love
Yeah.
ugly.
No, it's only because when I said it, you was like, it's like it triggered you, like,
No,
yeah,
no,
it's
no.
me, like, yeah, it's my song.
I remember that.
That's it. The song was called
can't remember
Fallen
what
Soldiers.
Fallen
That's it.
Soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh, DeMarco's got a song called Fallen Soldiers. Oh, this is for my fallen soldiers.
classic.
We miss it. Yeah. All right, cool. I feel like them songs are intelligent because them songs are always going to be relatable. There's always, in life, you always have death. Like Busy Signal, he's so smart. That birthday song, that's a timeless song.
Oh,
It's gonna
I
be playing.
hate that song.
Well, you can hate it.
Over and
It's
over
gonna be
again.
playing. It's gonna be playing for years to come.
Big time.
Even when I go to a party that is full of Caucasians, they say, "Can you play Happy Birthday?" I always play the Stevie Wonder, Happy Birthday, and they go, "Can you play the Jamaican one?"
Yeah. Standard.
Yeah, cool. Play the Jamaican one, all good. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think the DJs them rinks out ducks and can't get rinks no more. I'm tired for hearing it. God no.
Like
but
those.
you know, it's funny you say that though, because that means the artist is an enemy. Because like you want your song to play, but then when it plays, a lot of people are like, "I'm tired of it. Plays too much." How does the artist win?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying, Riz?
And that song is for a specific time. So although it does get annoying hearing it all the time, I will always sing along.
Yeah, yeah.
One
You know, so
Oh,
so catchy.
Jesus, please don't. Yeah, go
Someone
ahead.
play it. Hey, let's sing this one here. Happy birthday,
Yeah,
my
my
friend.
friend.
Yeah. One more year, Father
Father.
Champions.
Coco, go on all over.
Innit?
Give that for life.
Next year we're doing it again. Again. I'm joking.
People, if I'm
Good thing she
my
got the
face under the
darkest.
shade. Swear.
Nah, man, come on,
Seriousness.
bro. My time to hear Candy and all them things, man. Let's give it its time, and it's all good, bro.
Hey, Flo, what would you say is the most requested song as a DJ?
Candy, bro.
Candy. Yeah.
Candy. 110%. Like, literally.
Are you fed up of it?
Not necessarily, bro. I mean, it works, innit? As long as it works for me, it's cool. As long as I see the crowd doing what they're doing,
Yeah.
I'm good.
So are you the type of DJ that you'll be playing one era and then someone requests Candy, would you just throw it on?
No.
Why?
Obviously, you have to read the room as a DJ. You can't just flip from one thing to another.
Yeah.
If it works, and I feel like it can go with what I'm playing, I mean, Candy's one of the ones that you can more time always drop and just call everyone in. And as soon as they hear that intro, they just, ooh.
Yeah.
But,
Even the kids get involved.
Of course, when it comes to other tunes, because you know sometimes when you're playing for multiple ethnicities and whatnot, multiple ages, like versatile crowds, like you'll get them requesting the maddest stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like you might have an all-white party, like Caucasian party, and then you get that one person, could you play Massacre Whites? And it's you know what I mean? I don't know if that's gonna work
Massacre
here, mate.
White fits the theme, though.
I
I'm just
know it,
saying.
but it's like, I don't know if it's gonna work here, mate. You know what I mean? Even though we know what they're talking about.
Have you
but
ever
hey.
been surprised and played it and it's worked?
Yeah, it has surprisingly a few times, like especially when it first come out. You see, when it first come out, you still have to kind of get the feel of it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, more time they do know it, but not everywhere. You know what I mean?
All right, if you're at a wedding, bride requests Candy now. What are you doing? Are we playing it or we're not playing it?
Boy, if the bride requests it, she's the one that's paying me. I guess it's like as long as I,
the money changes the conversation.
Show, mate. Play the
I know, as
tune.
long as I execute it right, and I just make an announcement, bro. Do you know what I mean? Just take the pressure off myself. You know what I mean? The bride wants it. I need everyone needs to come do it for the bride, basically. Do you know what I mean?
All right.
You're here for the bride, so boom.
All right. One more question before we get our next co-host in. Gosh, there.
I shot good talk. Nah, gallop
Watch out. Why you teasing the people them off camera? People on camera like,
Yeah,
get a little-
Trying to get a little
You're
clip.
peeping
Round
Tom.
the leg.
go to change the view. Change the view. You flip the camera. But no.
Yeah.
Flo, my final question here that I'll say to the DJing. So, since we're on the topic of that and we're talking about culture, yeah? You play in a variety of parties. When you do a dream experience booking, you can be playing for like people that are from Greece, people that are from Macedonia, Turkey, anywhere, yeah? Cool. In a situation like that, I want to know, what would you say are the top, let me not even go with 10, 5. Name me 5 songs, dancehall songs, that you can play for anyone and they'll appreciate it. 5 songs.
All right, 5 songs.
Wait. Before you do that, stop.
Yeah.
Marissa, what do you think those songs are? Name me one, and then I'm going to ask Coco for one. Just give me one song that you think can be played.
One dancehall song.
Yeah, one dancehall song.
Jeez, man, you know me. I'm not good with song names.
One song. All right,
works,
give me your artist. Give me your artist.
Busy signal. Happy birthday.
All right, that's one. Go on, that's one. Give me one. Give me an artist. Give me an artist.
Massacre.
You think so, yeah? Cool. Marissa, give me one more artist.
Shensia.
Give me one more artist. Cartel. All right, cool. Now me and Flo are going to let you know what it is, yeah? We're going to let you know what it is.
I bet they're going to say some next things that we weren't thinking, you know.
Yeah, you should have thought of it straight away. So straight away, Sean Paul should have said that. Sean Paul. Yeah, you should have said that straight away.
For real.
Go on, give me one more. We're going to
Man.
bounce with each other. Beanie
For
Man.
real.
And you know what? Specifically Beanie Man. Let me be very specific with it. Who am I? Sim Simmer. Yeah, the minute you don't need to mix
makes
that
so
song.
much
You just
sense.
start from You start from there and you get the reaction. The next song, Dude. Yeah. I want to name it a wicked Islam.
Oh, yes,
that
yes,
song
yes.
straight away. The
Alright.
next one you should have got this. Serrani No Games.
Oh my gosh.
Serrani No Games. Like
God.
Serrani No
real.
Games. Yeah. Then, believe it or not, Shaka Demus and Plies Murder She Wrote.
Yeah, they love
They
that.
sing that with conviction, word for
real.
word. Murder She Wrote.
As soon as you get that intro in, woo! It's
All
done.
right, and they got one right. They say Vibes Cartel. So give me your top 3 cartels that you can play for any crowd.
For any crowd, all right, we say Summertime.
Yes,
One Man, I guess now. 'cause
yes,
that's
they
released
love that
there.
one, man.
Let me think. Summertime.
bro,
One
there's
Man.
one
Come
more
on, there's
date
even
one.
I'm thinking of
Right, go on.
Fever.
Yes, that's a date one.
Standard, there you go. Fever.
There's one more bait one though. There's one who can guess it. There's one more bait one. It begins with S.
S, yeah.
To do with season.
Summertime.
Summertime. There you
I say
go. Yeah.
I'm about to
And
get that.
then there's another one as well. Begins with C.
Clarks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You
You
used
lot-
to flipping
you lot
the
on levels.
Lego advert the other days or the Transformers thing. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Mad.
Lego and Clarks.
yeah,
I did
yeah,
see.
mad thing.
So they used the official song Clarks for the advert of Lego.
Oh,
Big deal.
nice.
Clarks,
Big
if you're
deal.
out
That's a
there, you
big
you
deal.
owe Vibes Cartel a lot of money, mate. I'm
A
telling
lot.
you.
It was
A lot of
Optimus
money.
Prime was busting one too. You get me? Yeah, it was a
Oh
massive-
yeah,
I've never had a
see
Clarks.
that. I
saw
did
it.
see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big move still. Clarks and
People
Lego.
that want to get me an early Christmas present, I would like a Clarks size 6.
And
Likewise.
she don't want the granny Clarks them. She
don't
want
want the-
she want
yeah,
the
the
desert
new-
or the bank
Desert.
robber. Because you know Clarks
Yeah.
got some
Bank
ugly
robber.
shoes, you know. I
What
went in
are
there the
they?
other day
And
to
the
get some.
I'll take those size 6s as well. 2 pairs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So, we're there. Yeah. And as I said before, you already know Coco. You already know Rissa. You got introduced to Rissa.
Not everyone can call me Rissa.
Me, I call her Rissa.
Right.
When I have to call her Mami. All right. Not mommy, not mummy, not mama,
Not mom.
Mammy. Yeah. Yes, my love. That is it.
Brixton's finest is
That
what I
is
call
it.
her.
Yeah, there you go. Look, so many different names, Mammy.
Come on now.
Jesus Christ.
Melanin Queen.
Look, watch out. Hey, Mammy, lap it all up. Come on.
Loves it.
We got man like Flo. You just got introduced to man like Flo.
Yeah.
And we also have, do you know what? This lady don't even need an introduction, no car. She does radio, she does presenting, she does podcasting, she does wally things.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
very, very opinionated. She's a vibe. She just came in and made us all laugh with a mascara situation. But yeah, we'll leave that off air. Private little joke. But Nadz, welcome to the Out of Many
Big up.
podcast.
Big
It's good to see you. You're looking good, by the way.
Blessings. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you all.
You're glowing. So yeah, we were talking about just now
Yeah.
a couple songs that you could play from the dancehall scene to a commercial crowd, right? That was some dancehall stuff. Well, if I was to move on to Afro beats, would you be able to think of the artists that I could play all round? And
Yeah.
I bet you it's going to be a little bit harder than it is
All
for
round.
dancehall.
All round has to be Wizkid for me. I
Wizkid,
think
yeah.
there's a vibe. He's got a tune for every vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We got any other artists coming to mind, ladies? And then I'm going to get you to say who it is because I know you know.
I don't really
don't-
listen to those kind of music.
Fairs, Riz,
I know names like Aria Star.
Ira Star, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Aria Star.
Ira Star. That's a
Ira
good shot.
Star.
Good shot. There's the bait one begins with B.
Burner.
Burner
Yeah,
Boy.
he would have
Yeah.
been my first option, but
So-
I feel Wizkid more.
Do you know what? From a DJ, no.
Really?
Wizkid has a song for everyone. You're right, but from a DJ, would you agree with me, Flo? Definitely
Burner's
Burner.
more commercial then,
because
isn't he?
Okay.
I find that when I play like songs like yeah,
Oh,
everyone sings that whole
You know,
chorus.
maybe 5 years ago, Wizkid would have been a bit.
Yeah,
more.
I would have said
Now
that.
yeah.
most
And
certainly
then so the
Burna
Burna Boy, and then the next song, the City Boys, you know that Stamp the Ground
yeah,
song.
yeah,
City Boy-
yeah, that's a good
So he's
one.
come out with those two songs there have done him a lot of justice actually. And then where he's collaborated with Byron Messiah with Italian lines and things like that. So people are starting to, you know what I mean? And then who else is creeping in for the dancehall side that you didn't mention is Skilly Bang, you know?
Oh, no. Yeah,
It's starting
Skinny
to,
Bang.
it's starting to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's starting
But
to,
I feel like he's already solidified his place though.
in
I
the,
don't reckon.
not in the
Yeah.
commercial
Not in the
scene, I wouldn't
commercial scene,
say,
More on-
not solidified.
Think
I
so.
feel like in the
That one
dancehall
tune.
space,
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere
would
it's
you
bad
say?
man now. Everywhere. She love bad.
She love bad man, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
It's a
coming
commercial.
from the remix of, imagine Skilly Bang, big bad dancer artist has only get his like appreciation in the commercial scene because of his feature on the Molai song, which is so weird because he's a great artist within itself, which is kind of weird. So
that's
it just goes to
crazy.
show how you can lean on other cultures and do you know what I mean? So I feel like that link up with Molai, Shensia, Skilly Bang, I feel like it was good for all three of them for different reasons. Definitely for Molai because Molai's song was out for time and nobody cared. Like it was out for
Yeah,
a minute.
she's been around for a minute.
No one cares.
Yeah,
She got the
'cause I checked out
remix,
her
boom.
thing.
TikTok. And you see the power of TikTok,
TikTok.
and
Yes.
dancehall artists is just saying. She linked up with them two. And then TikTok, the dance move this.
Oh, yes.
Literally, and I know that dance was all big up Claude. That dance move literally took it viral. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
Come, I see man them shaking there.
Wait, can I ask a question, Nadz? I want to ask you and I want to ask you guys. Can guys do that dance?
Yeah,
Because
man.
I see guys like this,
Been that, man. Yeah,
like doing the dance. Is it allowed?
I'm
like,
not gonna lie. For me, my man
a
can't be
no.
sassy enough
Yep.
himself.
Thank
I'm
you,
not
girl.
lying.
Thank you, girl.
You see when I see
Nah.
the only dance my man can do that. Me nah look.
Yeah.
Oh,
What you can do, so you can
Nah,
have
man, I like man with a little
Alright, so you can do that
man.
bit, but not the waistline bit.
Nah, look.
Nah.
So
I
what do you
like
say? What do you say to soca people then when they start?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a
No, that's a
different.
different
It's different.
culture,
It's a
though.
different
That's a different
culture.
thing.
I'm sorry.
I like a man that
It's
can move
different.
his hips a little bit. That might be because I'm
Yeah, you can
African
move
and
your
I'm
hips.
coming from an
Yes,
African
yes.
culture.
African man,
the man
it's
them
more-
can move their hips to most any tunes. You know what I mean? But when
You
it
see
comes
why
to that
culture's
viral
important?
thing, as long as they're not moving it too sassy, they could do the little. You
No,
don't have
yeah.
to do the
No,
wiggle.
Nads,
It's not a
no.
wiggle with it. It's
I
more
agree
of
with Nadz, you know.
I think
I
it-
agree with
like,
Nadz.
I think it
more
goes with them.
digestible.
I get it because big up my brethren Elevate today. He's an artist, dope artist.
Yeah,
you know,
wicked
he was
artist.
at City Splash and he did that. He was with Molly,
But he
and
didn't look-
and he
he
didn't
didn't look
do
sassy.
too much. That's
Sorry.
what I'm
That's why I agree
saying.
with Nadz.
There's a
level
way
to
to
it.
run
Because
it.
he's a Rasta man. Rasta man ain't wiggling and jiggling.
Right,
That's why.
no, but he still went with the vibes,
He
no?
done it in a
Right,
Rasta
so
way.
big him up,
Wiggling and jiggling.
innit? Big him up, yeah.
And then big up Rasta man, we now wiggle and jiggle.
Yeah, man.
Word to Mami Marissa.
Just move with the things.
Hey, we need it on a t-shirt, you know.
Yeah.
Rasta no wiggle and
Wiggle and
jiggle.
I like that.
Yo,
Yeah, no, but for real though, my man can't do that. I'm gonna leave you. Relationship's done. The instant divorce. Instantly.
I might
wow.
give
Wait, what if he's ticking all the rest of the other
No,
boxes?
no, brother.
So
No,
one wiggle
I-
and jiggle and that's
no,
it,
because
gone.
now I got to question you what you doing behind my back, fam.
I'm
You use my lip gloss
done.
with
You
that.
got wiggle on your body. That's what you do.
No,
Nah,
why
it
so
can't
that? No, I don't know about that part. This thing, you know, why this up, but you can wind somewhere else.
Yeah,
but
oi,
my man cannot
oi.
be doing that. No,
Yeah.
not shaking this to the thing. You need to be militant and a G in the streets, brother.
Boy,
Flo,
I hear it.
Flo,
I
what you
hear
said?
it.
What you said? What you said?
I ain't gonna lie, it's not really my style.
See?
Simple, I can't lie to you.
First,
I'm a bit stiff and yeah, man, just stand up and cool and just easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really might think as
Be your
well.
juice.
Wouldn't even just do the hand bit.
the hand is
out
calm
there.
though, innit? Just calm.
I already do all them things.
Nah, I hear that.
He's just not a dancer, innit? So he's the wrong person to ask.
I just
too.
give my man a little side note. Like after, if he was jiggling too tough, I'd just be like, "Listen, babe, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you don't really need to
Listen,
do all
babe.
of that too tough. You know what I mean?
Brother, your clothes
Yeah.
them pack up and waiting for you outside.
Oh, wow.
Your relationship done.
Yeah, if anything, you should be grabbing me by the wayside and just daggering the thing.
Yeah.
That's the vibes. You know what I'm saying? When that chink, that's what he needs to be doing. But if it's a play thing, I ain't. You know, I ain't
Speaking of Molly, I don't have to say her name. I don't want to say Molly. That sounds like
Is
that.
it Molly?
Moily.
Molly.
Oh,
It's
excuse me.
Molly. So I feel like if it was Molly, it would be Molly.
That's correct.
get it.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
And I feel like Molly just sounds like the drug, innit? Like I don't want to say that.
Or like the white girls, Molly.
Yeah, like so,
that name.
Molly. I'm gonna call her Molly. Molly.
Oh, yeah, put some
She was
spice
at
on
City
it.
Splash. Yeah. Now, no matter what people think about her, I have never seen an artist race to stardom so quick from one remix. I've never seen that before. Imagine your first ever song and you got remixes with these people, and then you got remix with Cartel on the way. Like it's insane.
Oh, and I got some spice. What's her name? Ice Spice.
Ice Spice, yeah,
She very quickly
Yeah.
rose up over one tune as well.
Yeah, yeah,
But
it's mad.
obviously not in a dancehall scene or whatever.
but she did as well. You get me? But
Yeah.
that collab there, crazy, and we've seen her getting tours, getting shows, getting all sorts of things happening, endorsements and that. Now I wasn't there, so now I got to come over to you guys because you three went City Splash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I had a yep, I had a and I had a All right, cool. So me and Coco, we were supposed to go, but other circumstances happened, and then what happened was, if I'm honest with you, we received a call from Gabby Don, big up Gabby Don, and he was like, "Yo, Styler, you know, come in, man, come meet me on the bus, come up on the bus," and I was like, "We're good, bro," because Asha wasn't feeling it. She weren't feeling it. After last year, with all the mud and everything like that, she had got so used to being like backstage with the artist. Big up Mami Marissa, gave us our first backstage experience because I was DJing for her. So big up Mami, that was amazing. Asha had become acclimatized to that lifestyle.
Them big words.
And she wasn't too keen on going out with the regulars and the peasants. So,
I'm with her.
So to
Yes.
speak,
In the field. That's
yeah,
it.
in the
Yeah, in the
she weren't
trenches,
too-
darling.
she weren't. No,
She was in the gully side that day.
to be fair, she weren't feeling the big crowds. That's what it was. She weren't feeling the whole big crowds
I
and
feel
that.
that.
I don't blame her.
And we had an opportunity to go to the Afro Hair and Beauty Live.
Yeah, that was
nice.
Yeah, so I took
Yeah.
her there. We went for a more calm option, and then we went to some place called Battle Boom Bar, which was kind of good. So if you guys need a date night, look out for Battle Boom Bar. It's
Boom
pretty
Battle.
cool.
Boom
Boom Battle.
Battle.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Flow Battle. Jamaicans always getting things wrong. Battle Boom. Boom Battle.
Typical.
But look out for it. It's a dope place. You can go in groups, you can go in pairs. It's got like loads of different activities you can do. You can do like escape rooms. It's got like darts. It's got basketball. It's got like all different games in it, and you battle against each other. It's very axe throwing was good. Axe throwing was good. Get no anger.
That's what I was supposed to be tonight with S Chinks. So I was
Is
to
it?
drop of the thing, yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Big
So
up S Chinks.
Big up Chinks. Battle Boomba. You guys check out for it. So that's what we went instead. We had a little bit of a date night, which was cool, and we were thinking, raw, like we're missing City Splash, but then we were like, nah, we were over it. And then I saw the post coming on Instagram. We didn't miss anything. Like our spot, we wasn't
It was
there.
still enjoyable.
Exactly, we wasn't there. So I have to lean on what you guys are saying, right? And we're going to be very intentional with what we're going to be discussing right now, because I myself and Coco, obviously we're hosts, we kind of do a bit of blogging, we do journalism, and we're seeing things. But as you know, seeing is not there. We're not there on the ground, innit? And a lot of people, I'm going to be real, a lot of people are affiliated to City Splash and your mouths are tied. So behind closed doors, you're saying this, but on the media, you're not saying this. And this is why I specifically headhunted Marissa. Because Mami went out of her way. She didn't care. She went out of her way and she made a very, I would say, transparent post. And I don't think she was bringing down the brand in any way. I think her post was trying to uplift the brand. And since Mami made that post, I'm seeing 1 and 2 other little people in the scene also following suit and making similar posts. Not enough, but I'm seeing it. So now the guys are here.
Big up yourself.
We're going to hear from them. All right? So, first of all, I'm just going to ask you all, was City Splash what you expected it to be? Let's start with Nadz.
Well, first of all, it was my first time actually going.
Cool.
Last year I was abroad.
So you didn't have any expectations?
I didn't.
Cool.
I think my experience of something as far as the culture when it comes to reggae music was Reggae Land. Yeah. So that's really kind of what I have to compare it to. The sheer volume of people there wasn't necessarily what I expected. Yeah. However, obviously the media was covering it as far as social media when it comes to their court situation they had, and then we didn't know if it was coming or going. Yeah. Once again, big up my great friends Elevate Today and Bubba Blackstar, because we did run a giveaway ticket for City Splash. Okay, mad. Which people really interacted with. So, as far as people really people wanted it to win. Yeah. Regardless, against the odds, people really wanted to win. And I love that about how people will support and back something that is for the culture. Yes. So being my first experience, I actually enjoyed it. But I feel like when it comes to festivals, it's who you're with, the company you're with, and what you make it for yourself.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that me being someone that is behind the scenes in a lot of situations and, coming from radio and things like that, I could see where the technical difficulties were and where they happened, and I think a lot of people could just see it blatantly. But I think me and Mami would have little words and be like, oh, well, because we have a little eye to it, you know what I mean? We're a bit privy to it. So in that respect, the organisation, I feel like perhaps it was a knock-off effect off of the court situation. Yeah, it may have thrown them off. But overall, I enjoyed it. I made it what I needed it to be for myself, So, for me, it was a good review. But I wish there was more organisation, or at least when the errors did happen, people really did step in a little bit faster as far as us seeing it from an audience perspective. Yeah.
Just finishing off the back of what you said, I think that's very important in terms of nothing's perfect. No show goes perfect. So we're not going to sit here and bash any show because there's always going to be errors and so forth. But I think the key thing is what you got to do. And it happens just within our little company, Dream Experience. Things go wrong all the time, but you can't make the people out there know. You got to keep that in-house. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to keep that in-house. Yeah.
And it was...
But sometimes you can only keep it in-house if everybody's on the same boat.
Page.
You understand? If it's not that, then people are going to talk, people are going to express it. They might not say it to you, as you just said, but they're going to be whispers and stuff. And I feel like that's what's been going on with City Splash, but
Yeah. I will just quickly finish off by saying, obviously, big up Popcorn. He was one of the headlining acts, and he was the last of the night on the big stage. Yeah. And, given the circumstances, and we don't know the backstory, whether man was genuinely late because of himself and his crew, or it was technical things happening with City Splash at one point that the screens weren't working. Then a good excruciating 10 to 15 minutes his mic wasn't working. But why I take my hat off is because he didn't stop giving that performance. The energy.
What do you mean wasn't working?
Listen,
it stopped.
Just cut out.
Sound. I didn't hear it.
Man's giving it all large, can't hear nothing. So the crowd started retracting a little piece. Then obviously,
and we can hear talking because for me the sound wasn't loud enough anyways. You know,
Yeah,
of
you
the
did say
beat
that.
and the music. I don't think the sound was loud enough this year.
Wow.
You
But
said
maybe
that
that
he
might be
was-
again to do with the court proceedings and what they're allowed to do in the
yeah. But,
You said he was late.
Count-
Roughly how late?
well, we was waiting there a good maybe 45 minutes
People
to
said an hour.
Yeah, he was nearly an hour late,
Nearly
basically.
about an hour, yeah, to get on stage. Who knows if he was late? Actually, I don't know, innit? We can only speculate. But where I do say, you know, I take my hat off to him because the energy was still there. I just wish that the bites and bits people were getting and posting up weren't of him just on the stage when he was told you can't perform no more. I just wish it wasn't left at that. I wish he'd have just put his head up high and just left off and given the last hurrah. Do you know what I mean? Rather than it being, oh, look at him just sitting there. I didn't like that because I think that doesn't uplift our kings and queens out here. That being an artist is a tough thing. And I think I gain a huge respect for artists working with them as far as interviewing because it's not easy. It's not easy to get up on a stage and do whatever and then expect people that are supposed to do their job to do their job. You understand? So I don't think that all should just fall on Popcorn. No. You know, there's a whole team behind him. It's a whole brand.
100%, yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
100%.
Well said.
What? Thank you for that, Naz, by the way. Flo, what was your take on it? What was your take on City Splash in general?
Wait, coming from someone that's been like 4 times, I'll be honest, not to criticize, but this time there was a lot of things I weren't feeling. I'll try and make it as brief as I can.
Yeah.
Like, just obviously, like you said, technical difficulties, organization, all sorts, and even things down to like, I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me, but like down to the food vendors this year. So like,
I said it in my post.
there you go.
Sorry.
The patty was nice.
Mami
bought me a patty. Big you up.
And think, alright, so going through that, obviously, I respect the fact that you're trying to reach out to others, but like normally it's like mainly Caribbean based. You might get a 1-2 different vendors, but this year I could barely find any Caribbean food vendors. It was barely difficult. I was seeing all like so
The Morley's was there up in big old
That's another-
this is what
sponsor.
I'm saying, like, so normally, obviously, City Splash is like normally like, you get like different Caribbean food, like jerk chicken, this, that,
And then you get the jollof and
the one,
the
two,
soya.
time it was like
Can't forget the jollof,
I
this
love
time
jollof
I'm
and
seeing,
soya.
I'm seeing everything. I'm
I love
seeing
soya as well.
Yeah.
Chips and hot dog.
What you call it again?
The Mexican.
Oh, my brain.
You don't even know. Look, it's thrown him right off.
That's what I say. There you go, burrito.
Oh, yeah, it's a Mexican
Not the
thing, isn't it?
burritos.
things I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm my best friend. I'm like,
burritos.
where's all the food vendors? Where's all the Caribbean? We had to look, and then eventually we found 1, 2, and it wasn't many.
Cute,
So,
long
like,
like you.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, so I say obviously just a word of advice to them: keep it. Like, do you know what I mean? Base it on our thing, and then obviously
culture.
give them a little piece of everything else.
Yeah.
See, too, one thing I did notice as well, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I know you haven't been before, but this year I saw a lot of children. And I mean, like, so I saw people with their kids.
There was a lot.
I've never seen that at City Splash before. Not a problem, but I saw a lot of underage, like teenagers and stuff as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I get it, obviously they're going to come for like the spices, the valiants and whatnot. But that wasn't, no, as far as I'm concerned, I didn't see teenagers at City Splash before. So don't make it wireless, please, I beg. That's why I stopped doing wireless. I'm seeing too many kids at wireless.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Normally the target audience for City Splash is like, you know what I mean? I'd say like, people like in their 20s plus.
Yeah.
It's another thing. Moving forward, just technicals. As a DJ as well, you know how it goes. You see sometimes when something goes wrong, that's not your fault, bro.
Yeah.
It's going to look bad on you.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
bad on you.
No matter what, it could be
That's what Nance is
anything.
saying, yeah.
It looks bad on us,
Yeah.
But of course, things look bad on it looked bad on Popcorn. Even with big up Lani, Shawnee B, you lot done your thing. I could see what was going on. Even when the crowd started doing what they were doing to you lot, but I know it's not you lot's fault, innit? So big up Shawnee B, big up Lani. You lot done your thing. Do you know what I mean?
Professionals.
But the booing and all that, it's just there was too
No,
much.
I didn't.
Oh, what were they getting
We're
booed?
not booing.
Oh,
A bit of
Oh,
Shawnee
no.
B.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Did we catch
See
a
no
little
ball-
piece? Did
Yeah, but
we?
they-
Literally
see
just
no booing.
once again,
Bro.
it's not Shawnee. I didn't even mean to bring it up because I didn't want to bring that into the limelight. But what it is, obviously, it's not their man's fault. But basically, just towards the end of their set, because they went well over time. Obviously, Popcorn was late and whatnot. People are expecting to see
Yes.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
So boom, all of
And
a
that's
sudden we
difficult
see
for the DJ
we
to
see a
carry-
Popcorn cameo come up. So we're like, oh, he's coming out.
Yeah.
The next thing the cameo stops, no Popcorn.
Yeah.
And then the
So then-
Silence.
blank.
It was the silence
Yeah.
for
Shawnee
me.
B, very professional. You done your thing. Obviously, you had to engage with the
Yeah.
crowd. Oh yeah, you know,
saw that.
he's unruly. This, that, that. Crowd started booing. It's like, well,
Like
where's
different-
Popcorn? Do you know what I mean?
No,
And it's not
popcorn.
his
Not
fault.
even a little candy floss. No, joking. Sorry.
No.
I couldn't resist. Sorry.
I've done that.
You know,
I've
see,
done
it's
that.
unreal.
Sorry, I couldn't
Yeah, with the
resist.
dream
The
experience.
experience, you know,
You
yeah.
know,
I
since
said
the
that.
unruly boss, I like there was no Popcorn. It's just like, oh my god, and then next 5-10 minutes, still no Popcorn. So it's unprofessional. Dead silence.
That's what. Yeah, it was a silence for me. Someone fill it in. Someone do
What
something.
stage was this? What stage?
This was
the yard
the yard stage, the main
It's
stage.
like, why didn't he have a supporting artist so that there was, in case of anything, there was someone to
What it is,
perform?
Or just the DJ.
Warm him up. There was just a DJ in there.
No, that's what I'm saying. This point, they done took away the booth, innit? So they started taking away the booth because we're expecting. So like, it's not even like.
Was it live band? Was it live band?
Yeah, it
live band, but
was.
they
So a rough cut. I'm guessing it was. So were they out ready?
ready. Like,
So
They came out before
did
it was ready.
the band entertain you guys first then until
A little bit sound check. It was like sound check.
Yeah, it was a
I'm telling you, it was like dead
proper.
silence for a bit.
all right. So in that regards,
Yeah.
I can say sorry. In that regards, I can say, and I can turn this over to City Splash now. In that regards, what Flo just said, that is the fault of the organisers, because the organisers and the stage management have to have a plan B in case there's nobody to. What if Popcorn didn't show full stop? What if it was an accident? You have to have a plan B. There's got to be a plan B there.
Unruly.
So there's got to be someone there that says, do you know what? We're going to have to do this instead. So there's got to be someone, a stage manager makes that decision with the production. He said, you know what? He's going to be here at this time. So what we're going to have to do is A, B, C, D, E. That should have been done. You don't have to always come out and say, you know, like in some instances, you might get someone come out and say, guys, we're really sorry, but we're running a bit late. You don't have to do that. You don't have to alert them to all of that. But keep the ball rolling.
It was just too much stop, start.
Yeah, it was a lot of stop, start. It was very bad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was a bit underwhelming.
Because I've been City Splash about that time. You know, we've been off stage shows and thing. And obviously, compared to that, for example, K-Put and last year, you know, K-Put and Fireman, just energy. He's always on time. He's always on point. But it just, it wasn't the same. And the energy just wasn't there. Big up Popcorn, he done his thing, but it didn't feel right. I'm not gonna lie, I left like 5-10 minutes into Popcorn's thing, because I've seen Popcorn.
We missed the last two songs, I think, roughly.
After a while,
Sorry.
8:30.
Okay, let me get Rissa's overall take on it. Thank you for that, Flo. Let me get Rissa's overall take on it.
I will always make sure I enjoy myself when I get my babysitter. Yeah.
Big up the baby.
Outside, we outside.
But yes, for me, obviously, I did perform last year, and I'm a patron of City Splash. I've been this would have been my 4th time.
Same.
So I do have quite a few experiences to, you know, give examples of. However, this time it was just very underwhelming. For me personally, this is my personal thoughts before them start chop off my head in the
Nobody
comments.
can chop off your head.
I feel that a lot of things didn't make sense to me. So as you guys have already expressed, the whole thing with Popcorn, that should have been a SWOT analysis type thing. Do you get it? Like strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. And you know, one of the threats with Popcorn is that he's probably going to be late. Yeah?
Short man syndrome.
He's probably going to be late. Yeah? Because you have to base it off of his previous performances. Do you get me?
Flo, don't have it.
Not only that, have something in place in case. So you have the DJ playing and whatnot. I feel like that kind of lost the energy. That was number 1 for me. Number 2, I feel like the marketing of this time was a bit. It felt different for me. Because I feel like last year it was marketed as the UK's largest reggae festival. This year it was marketed as the number one place for Caribbean and African music.
Agreed.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I saw that get slipped in, actually.
Oh,
So you're
really?
right.
I didn't
that
notice
got slipped
part.
in. Yeah, that got slipped in. Yeah.
Maybe they've changed their PR team.
It was a big change, and for everyone who's gone there year after year knowing that it's a reggae thing and this is where we're gonna go to get our spiritual healing, it felt a little bit short, and that's why I felt underwhelmed, because the spiritual aspect for me was a bit lost. I do rate them for having the Rastafari reasoning corner. That is something that I really wanted to attend, but by the time I made it there, I missed the sister focus talk that I wanted to do.
The Rastafarian reasoning corner.
Yeah.
Rasta na wiggle or jiggle.
I mean, I'll wriggle and jiggle. So I kudos for bringing that in as well, because I think that's definitely needed. But again, the overall essence of reggae music is for our culture is very spiritual, uplifting. It's a feeling, it's an energy, and I just don't feel that was there. I was very confused of the partnership with Morley's. I know we're in Brixton, but not all black people eat fried chicken.
I was just about to say, the stereotyping of it all, do you know what I mean?
It felt very weird.
Morley's was unnecessary.
I felt very
Absolutely
weird.
unnecessary.
It's better you get Turtle Bay, even though we know Turtle Bay's food is shit.
I mean, depends what day you go.
I'm
partial to
But not in a rude way. It's like
seafood, isn't it?
everybody knows Turtle Bay is Caribbean. It's meant to be Caribbean
meant to
food.
be,
It
yes.
makes more sense
Yes.
to the brand, if you know what I mean.
100%.
For me, Morley's, the essence of bringing Morley's in, all these influencers coming
Yes.
in and just there to
feels
do
watered down.
their own solo interviews and stuff. To me, it felt like everyone saw Fireman shell it last year and how great last year was, and now everyone wants to come to City Splash because it's the new in thing to go to. Instead of being a true like supporter of reggae music and what the Caribbean culture offer. And that's what I felt. I didn't feel like people were there to enjoy reggae. And the example that I want to give there is when man like Taurus Riley, big Taurus Riley's performing, you know. I think he's so amazing. He came out looking clean. Vocals are on point. You see Taurus Riley? His vocals are always on point. How can Taurus sing his heart out, do his little... And the crowd is... silence.
But that brings me back to what Flo was saying though, because Flo said that there was more teeny boppers in the crowd than normal.
Right.
So
So I think it's the marketing.
So I feel, the balance, they haven't quite got that balance right, because from a promoter's point of view, not from a consumer's point of view, you can't stop teeny boppers from coming, because you put an age group down,
Of course.
you have to, but what you can do is what Rissa said. You got to get the marketing so on point that you've got that balance, because if your marketing is only attracting 70% teeny boppers and 30% Rasta man, you got a problem already.
And
So
the
I'm trying
thing
to say
is,
to you.
being a South Londoner, we all love Morley's. We get it. But Morley's, I don't really do Morley's at this age.
I was going
do
to
you
say,
know what I mean? That's what
Morley's
my
ain't
son.
really a lick for me.
That's
like
what
that.
they do after school.
Again, that's school kids, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean?
So again, who are we marketing?
What we
But
doing? I'm
but you
like
see-
grilled
but you
chicken,
see-
bro. I'm on
I'm-
this grill with extra peri tamer, you get me?
I'm done. I'm so happy you said marketing, that word, because that's what it is, marketing. So the minute, because that Morley's thing, I heard about it from social media. Before you even told me they were there, I saw it in the media, because that was heavily pushed out on the media, right? When you heavily push that out, you're already attracting the youth then, because who do you see at Morley's?
Exactly.
Not them.
Exactly.
My
Yeah.
company, Dream Experience, we employ 16 to 25-year-olds. Do you know, I have the kids that I employ, I have to tell them, stop standing up outside Morley's. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
I have to literally tell them. You know what I mean? So again, you're very spot on. So I think they have to go back to the drawing board with their marketing, and maybe you could do something like, if you're, I don't know, under the age of 14, or you must come with an adult or something, just to bring the balance back. Because
Or
right
have
now,
a stage for them.
or have a tent for them.
Have a tent
Yeah,
for them.
and then have
for
their
them.
time, and then there's a shut off time, and then
Have
they
a tent for
exit
them.
the building.
This dropping gems.
I don't really feel like they need
this.
to be there. I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
but you
everyone
can't, no.
everyone
I'm
deserves
not
to
gonna
enjoy
lie, babe.
music.
I get it.
I brought my children last year and they enjoyed it.
Yeah, I get
They
it.
loved it.
I think there's a time and a place for everything. Because me personally, because I didn't bring my children with me, I don't necessarily want to be stepping over buggies and trying to be,
Right.
can you mind your little you? Especially if I'm intoxicated, I'm having a good time with the girl, them, I'm vibing with the man, them, whatever. I don't necessarily want to think about stepping over people's youths and accidentally knocking one over. Do you know what I mean?
something- not
I feel like they should
Whatever.
just keep it at age limit. It's either 18 and up or 21 and up. But
This is the
those
thing.
little children, they don't need to be there.
mean,
Put
do you
them in
know-
their own
I think no one
space.
should
Yes,
offer it
their
all.
own space. I
Yeah,
like that
I
idea,
like
but
that
not
idea.
completely
Cool. I like
exclude
that idea.
them. I
More
don't
losing
think
I
that.
don't
that's...
want to exclude them, is because
Yes.
I know that there's people that look forward to family time. They
Yes,
look forward
100%.
to, I get to go with my son or
Yeah.
my
Go
daughter.
to the fun fair. Listen, no. Stop.
Or go
let's
to
go-
Fam
let's-
Jam.
Let's
No, but
no.
they
gotta
go
be-
to fam
but we
jam.
have to
There
be-
you go,
but
love
we
that.
fam
Have
jam
some ice
definitely
cream.
is all gonna be
Love
there.
Yeah, fam jam. Go do something.
bring
You
them
don't
to
need to be
fam
at
jam.
that
But then you
those
also have
places.
to think about the environment. There's alcohol around. There's smoking. Even though obviously we know certain things ain't supposed to, but certain things happen, right? Because we're growing people, and it's a Rasta thing. So there's certain things you're gonna expect to see.
Yeah.
I wouldn't naturally just bring my children there knowing that is the environment, because I don't want to necessarily expose them
Or if
to
you
that
bring them stand
in
at
that
the
way.
back.
Or make it make sense.
When you see at the pull-up stage,
Make it
the
make
pull-up
sense.
stage is there, the bar is here,
Right.
and then there's a woman there with her buggy. Like,
Literally.
my girl, move with your picnic, man. Go to
Literally.
the back,
Yeah.
and then and
Yeah.
at least stay safe.
You
and
are
enjoy
stay
yourself.
safe.
That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
they should not be there. I'm sorry.
City Splash organisers, just saying.
But big up,
Yeah, I was gonna say big up
Just
City
saying.
Splash though.
We have a company that is called Fam Jam, yeah, and we put on reggae and dancehall family friendly events.
They
Very
needed a
big
tent
event.
in there.
We got an event coming up. It's sold out.
Yeah.
You can call us. We'll give us a tent, and we'll look after the teeny
Fam
boppers.
Jam should
We'll
have had a
entertain
tent.
them. We'll bring mascots. We'll play music for them. We'll keep them out of the way for these
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, so they're not tripping
No,
over
that
buggies.
makes so much
You
sense.
know what I'm
sprayed-
saying? No,
I
because I
just
nearly
sprayed
did
it,
trip
yeah.
over a
I
buggy.
just pray they don't
Did
go in the
you?
same direction.
Yeah,
But,
sorry, babe.
That's why being out. I just pray they don't go in the
sure it
same
went through? You
direction.
tripped it? No,
as
joking.
direction.
The one-
Yeah, that's why I stopped going.
He's talking about.
Hey, hold it up. Yo,
She
hold-
said you tripped over a a buggy. I said, shoot, wear a Flow.
I'm just saying, I pray they don't go in the same direction as wireless, obviously, because I remember when I was going wireless, I was one of the younger ones in my early 20s. But now, the target audience, wireless, is peer teens.
Yeah.
Like, just kids, school kids. And fair enough, I understand, because obviously a lot of the artists they're bringing, school kids like them. But I just hope they don't go in that same direction.
Put on an event
Marketing.
for the under 18s or the under 21s and make we the big people do our thing.
That's really carnage, though. I feel like a whole event for the under 18s is mayhem. Have you got enough security?
Crazy.
So question. My next question is:
before you finish, can I just end my piece?
Yeah, sorry.
I did enjoy myself, to the people in my comments for my post. I did enjoy myself. Always love and blessings to City Splash. And if I didn't care about the growth and the future, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Wicked.
Yeah. Can I just say something on quickly, just on the back off of the marketing and as far as like the fusion of Afro and Caribbean? I personally enjoy seeing artists from both cultures collaborating. I love that. I love the feel of it. However, if I know that I'm specifically going to an Afro event, I'm going to go to an Afro event. And that's what I'm expecting to see. If I'm going to a reggae event, I'm finna vibe out on reggae. Do you understand? Obviously, being a person that, even though I'm African, I grew up heavily around the Caribbean community. I was in foster care, so I was raised by Caribbeans, right? Bajans, every part of Caribbean in the children's home, right? And so I've always been privy to that culture and I've always loved it. And it's always...
I can tell, by the way, just saying, like, it shows on you.
I just love it. But I love both sides. I love both cultures. It's lovely to see them mesh together, right? But like I said, if I'm going reggae, I want a full reggae experience. So off of what Marissa was saying, I hear you, sis. I fully hear you on that. Sometimes it's okay to be who you are for your culture. That's okay. And I think it's just, there's going to be respect there regardless. It doesn't stop people from collaborating. It doesn't stop us from enjoying both sides. So I just wanted to say that.
Right.
But yeah, man, it was a good vibe.
Coco's got a question, but I just want to say, because it comes off of the back of what you just said, you guys are all talking from a consumer point of view. Now I'm going to be a promotional aspect here and ask you this question real quick. What if, and I'm going to start with Coco because I want to get your take. What if City Splash numbers wasn't doing that well, and they need to do something in dire need to make this happen? So you know what, Morley's is throwing £100,000 worth of chicken at us. We can give that out for free backstage, so we ain't got to feed the artists with that money. So that's a good sponsor. We need to get some of the African market on board because we're not selling enough tickets to the Caribbean community. So we need to introduce these guys, and we're not this and we're not that. So we got to do this so we can get City Splash still to happen. What's your take on that?
Get a better PR company to work with.
Work with. Yeah. Okay. So you're not selling it out, you're not watering it down, you're just saying get a better PR company to work with. Cool. What's your take on it?
My take is to just stick to the original plan. Yeah, because
same as Coco.
I'm gonna say this, right? And it's not because I don't love the African in me. Yeah,
because you're 43% Nigerian.
I'm 43% Nigerian, just to let you know.
And I'm 21% from Sierra Leone. Yeah, just to let you know, I've done my ancestry.
But I wanted to even ask Nadz a question. You've been to a lot of Afro events, right? Do you see a lot of Afro events playing dancehall and selling Caribbean food?
No, I don't.
They will play a bit.
2 songs.
There will be a couple tunes. We'll give it that. There'll be a couple tunes, but they do tend to stick to African food, African culture, African music, African fashion.
Facts.
But you will see the Caribbean up in there in the mix.
Of course, because we are one. We are one people. But what I'm saying is we need to sometimes keep our things for our things. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Yeah. And it's basically saying, here you go, this is how our culture is. Come and enjoy it with us.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. That's what I would love to hear and see from City Splash.
Love that. Good comment. Flo, are you selling out? Are you making money? You're not selling out, but are you gonna, make the money, or are you
agreeing with you? I'm gonna try my best to stick to the original plan, because I know these things work already. People start to undercut. Next thing you know, it's taken over, complete different target audience. So
no problem.
Do you know what I mean?
Stick to the plan. Nadz, are you sticking to the plan, or are you selling out a little bit?
I believe when things get tough in life, you don't jump ship. You stick in it, you ride it out. So if that means honey, I know, for real.
Me no partnership where I think. It
depends what type of shit we're talking about, okay? But when I'm talking about the
You
culture,
just said get a better PR company, so you are sticking with it.
honey. Well, if we're talking about man, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know
right.
that's a compliment, you know.
But if we're talking about the culture, I don't believe you jump ship on the culture. You understand? So if that was the original plan to showcase reggae music, reggae artists, up and coming, the new, the old, everything in between, then you stick to that, but you perhaps downsize it. If that means disappointing a few people, then so what? Right. That's just how business goes. That's how life goes. And one thing about, I think, the society is like, I don't mean to take it left, but I think with this society, it's like, we don't want to disappoint. No one wants to hear no. No one wants to work extra hard to get to that yes. Okay, so if it means a couple artists couldn't perform, if it means putting everyone on one stage, if it means whatever, downsize the thing and still give the experience that you originally desired to give.
Definitely.
I've got to be in agreement with that, man. That was just a sick way to answer that question there, because you mentioned the word experience. That's the most important thing for me here. For me, as a business owner, I'm nowhere near on City Specialist level, but I own business the same way. And for me, it's in the clues in my name, Dream Experience. It's all about the experience. I'd rather have 4 people in my event and they have the best time ever, showcase it to the world, and then bring back more, rather than have 1,000 people who are all standing like this.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Was there any UK artists on that?
Yeah, foundation stage.
Foundation was dope.
Big up Cecil Rubin, because the foundation stage was good. I saw a few acts and it was vibesy.
Did you get some names? Can we get some names?
Yeah.
Bubba Black Star. Saw Bubba Black Star.
Yeah.
Young Saber was there as well, right?
Saber
wasn't on. He wasn't on Cecil Rubin's stage.
Oh, he wasn't. It was a different stage.
He was on the pull-up stage, I believe.
Was it Rampage? Was he on Rampage?
With Rampage. No, he was with Rampage.
See, I think some of the orders and stages didn't make sense as well. I'm not gonna lie, because I was speaking to my photographer, and he was telling me like they had I think it was General Levy, I think, who was on at the same time as some of the big dancehall artists here. And like, if you think of like Rampage and House and that, the kind of age group is like 35, 45, that kind of age group, And then if you look at like the Valiants and that, that's like 25, but still 35-year-olds and that, So if you're going to have Valiant and Popcorn and them lot, they're not going to the house, they're not going to Rampage, they're all going to go over here. And then it's going to leave like a big empty hole over there. And you got to get the stage management right, because what you want to do is, yes, you can't possibly put all the big artists on at different times all the time, because you need to separate the crowd accordingly, but it's got to make sense.
Yeah, it's got to make
so
sense.
was the crowd able to go to different
Well, this
stages?
is the thing. We kind of struggled a little bit with that, didn't we?
And we was VIP as well, so it was easy to like kind of come out of the VIP and watch there and go around ish. But what my thing was, when I'm seeing Taurus Riley, I'm hearing who was on the stage.
So the stages were two.
Was it Molly?
No, wasn't she later on? No, Molly. Oh yes, it was. Because we missed
I can hear like the sound was so low.
Oh no, that's
on the biggest stage that I can hear that stage, and I'm like, why am I hearing?
No, that's not good.
That's another thing I did want to say.
This stage.
You see that the pull-up stage? Yeah, I was gonna say the sound. Well, when I went to hear Valiant, bro, the sound wasn't great. I ain't gonna lie. Quality, in terms of sound quality, and that obviously can affect the experience in a mad way.
No, it will expect it,
So, yeah.
And the band drowned Popcorn.
Really?
The band drowned him. The band drowned him a bit.
It was
still sick though.
So shouldn't Valiant have been in a bigger stage? Or?
Valiant should have been on the yard stage, and he should have come on again on yard stage while Popcorn taking time.
Because Valiant's his band were dope, by the way. Really sick. Yeah. And I don't think that overpowered, but you're right, with the sound could have just been louder. For especially for us, like we didn't want to go and squish up ourselves in the middle of it all. So for us to kind of like in the outskirts, we would have just loved to really hear that bass and the thing a bit more.
I saw a clipping of a security guard winding up and singing to Valiant's song when he was performing. So big up that security guard. Viral.
Well, Spice had the girls coming up and the guys, didn't she? And the poor guy froze.
Did you see MJ? Did you see MJ see through
the dancer?
MJ Ruggies friend.
Yes. So we're not going to talk about that.
He was like, no wait. I feel like Spice's performance deserves a few minutes.
Come on now.
Can we do that?
Come on.
I'm not gonna lie, people. I've got somewhere to go right now, but I'm just gonna have to sacrifice where I need to be, because I feel like, you know what I mean, a queen of dancer, she deserves it, man. You know what I mean? And from what I saw, my favourite parts of it, first of all, big up Miss Rose. Big up Miss Rose from the UK.
Always.
UK dancer, she was able to orchestrate and pioneer, calling the dancers and made that happen with no rehearsals. I was at I was at an intimate night with Grace Hammond 2 days ago, and Grace was saying no rehearsals, no nothing.
Yeah.
And this just goes to show testimony to how great she is, because to have no rehearsals and come in and be one of the stars of the show.
But she
I'm
knew
gonna hear
who
it from
to
these
call
guys
on.
though.
She knew who to
but
call
she
on.
knew who to call on, you know what I mean? So big up Spice for that. But Spice is always going to give you entertainment. One of my favorite parts that I saw was when she called a guy on the stage. He came on proud. Doing his thing. And then
Before he could play with the big boys.
And when things got real, we saw that he wasn't ready, and Spice literally, and this is why I respect
love
her,
her for that.
because she's not even doing it for class. She's trying to entertain, but she noticed a serious problem.
Right.
Said you look
And
scared.
the problem was
So you
the
look
guy.
scared.
He looked like he was gonna vomit, and she literally took the mic. She said, "Stop it, leave him alone, left him. Him look afraid. Don't touch him." And that was her exact word.
Yeah.
And from she said left him, the dancers backed up.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yes,
listened.
yes.
She talks with so much command. And one of the dancers then might have been Kenza, got him by his leg, shoved him down, deal with him rough. And that's
Yeah,
so
yeah, I'm
funny.
not gonna lie, they fling him down.
But why you going up there though?
No, they really did fling the you down.
Does he know
I
who's
think
Spicy?
he got even more
It
scared.
was a fling in it, and he was like,
Yeah,
literally.
Man got
his face.
dash on the bed.
he did got manhandled.
Tell us about that experience, guys, and then.
No, that was dope. That was dope. I think what ended up happening, the guy from, I think it's the Birmingham Dancers. Sorry if I got it wrong, but they are. I know they're from Birmingham, but so he ended up filling in for the youth that couldn't do it,
Right.
and then just smacked and licked the thing down heavy. It was so dope. Yeah, man. Big up Spice. That was my first time actually seeing her live performing.
Okay.
I've
You got
watched
some
it
on
on
YouTube,
TV.
innit?
Yeah. So do check out my YouTube, guys. Yeah, I've got some of the
Go on, plug it. What is it?
performances.
Go on.
Shameless
Cheeky plug. Go on.
Like
Do it.
Nadz TV, guys, you know the vibes. Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Okay, so yeah, a lot of that content is up there. So yeah, I fully enjoyed her set. I just think it ran seamlessly. Same with the reggae act. Was it Riley?
Taurus Riley.
Taurus Riley that
He
we
was
watched.
amazing.
Seamless from start to end. And I just think that she interacted perfectly with the audience. She incorporated the audience. She gave a variety of all her different types of music, as far as from the beginning when she first started to, well, not when she first started, but she gave us a feel of her journey throughout, and then she gave us the new stuff, which was cool. I think I could hear a little buzz that people didn't necessarily want to hear the new stuff, but at the end of the day, as if you're a smart business person and you're a smart artist on a big platform, you're gonna want to introduce your new tune. That just makes sense.
100%.
Whether the audience love it or not, it's finna get played, it's finna get run.
It's
People
how
are gonna,
Spice does it though. Spice is just
she's
She's a blueprint.
The bike, she came on a bike.
she's a blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
did.
And this is why I said
She did.
that really and truly, there's no female artist right now. If Spice retires, the dancehall female
There's no one to
section,
fill the gap.
there's no one there. She's an all-rounder performer, an
is.
entertainer,
Yes.
an actor, comedian. You give it to her, she's doing it, bro.
crazy.
I love Spice. And she's
Coco.
tough though. Not mean though.
Cool.
Yeah, big up.
There's no one to fill the gap, and you're right. But let's just not. Spice is here.
Yeah.
Who can take it here in the female dance artist? Who?
Me.
Go diva.
Oh, listen to her now. I just like, I'm gonna hear your stuff.
She's like, can I
Watch
hear
out
a
for
little
when
song?
the sun's up in
what
next
you
week,
do?
yeah? No, I'm joking.
Because it's the obvious name for me. Obviously, it's not Spice, but it's the obvious. There's one obvious name.
Who's Shantia?
It's obvious.
Shansia, yeah, for sure,
obvious,
Shansia.
yeah. It's obvious.
She's still young in the game, though. a little bit.
she's gonna-
no, but look,
But she's
people,
dope.
She's gonna
look at
forever
me
be
say,
an
Spice is here.
princess. She's not gonna be the
Yeah,
queen.
Yeah, but you just taken away everything I just said. I said Spice is here.
Yeah.
Who can make it here?
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely Shantia.
No Jada Kingdom? I know
The
that
reason why I say no.
performance-wise, I know she got work.
Yeah, she got
but
work,
But
yeah.
the body of work, as far as the music,
Okay, if
for
we're
me,
talking about the music, yes, but I feel like she's not consistent enough. I'm sorry, she's
you're
not consistent
wrong.
enough.
You're not wrong.
I feel
There's
like
none.
it's just an obvious name for me. Do you know who I would like it to be though? Chanel Mule.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Chanel
but she's
Mule
too-
is underrated, and not a lot of people know about her. But her music and her voice,
Yeah.
she's too dope. She's too talented, but again, not as consistent enough, not as widespread. She hasn't reached that wider audience as yet.
Yeah.
But I would really like it to be her. But I don't think there's any other person apart
There's
from
none.
Shensia. I can't think of anyone else.
Interesting.
I think
Honestly.
I agree with that.
I would say, and might not agree with me, Lisa Hyper. If Lisa
Yeah,
Hyper
I don't
gets
agree.
the help and she's consistent lyrically, she's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
performance, I mean, Linda a little bit of work, but she can get there. Other than that, I don't see nobody. And that's just God's honest truth.
Yeah, but do you know why I'm going to say Shenseea over Lisa Hyper? Because Lisa Hyper was great from back in the Gaza days before Cartel went to prison, right? Great from then. I feel like dancehall's evolved so much since then. Yeah, she's got too much catching up to do because you just said her performance needs some work. If you look at Shenseea already, sometimes she has her bad days, but she's performing very, very well these days. I can't lie. If you look at her actual performances, she's improved from when she first started.
Everything.
Her outfits, the way she comes together, she's doing the interaction thing. I've seen performances where she gets dancers on. So I'm sorry, she's the closest for me to Spice right now. Personally,
definitely.
she's not on Spice's level, but she's the closest. But
Agreed.
I hear that.
we don't. It's not shutting down anybody else. And it's a space out there, ladies. So if you're out there, you like dancehall, there's a space out there.
Step
Because
up to the plate.
as Spice said, she's not going to be around here forever. Someone has to fill those boots.
For sure. Can I just give a quick shout out to my friend Mafiella? Yeah, big Math. Big her up because I feel like she's reinventing herself and she's trying to come back out there now. You know, she's got a huge catalogue and body of work, but I think it's always nice to just see the baton being passed along a little bit. So I just want to ask you this question then. As far as the female dancehall scene goes, do you feel like the women
In the UK.
I
one
think,
artist for
but
me.
don't
Even
get
if it's in the
started.
UK,
Hold
it's
on,
one
wait.
artist for me. But yeah.
Well, no, but I
get us
think
started.
even women's Jamaica or the UK, right? Do you think they co-sign enough of the up and coming? Do they give the baton over? Do they make it that space?
There is
available?
no
The way the
baton.
man
There
them
is
do
no
it,
baton.
the
There's
man
no
them
baton.
do it proper.
There's no baton.
There's no baton.
There's no.
There's no. Doesn't
Listen,
exist.
Mafiella
And
is
big
a
up-
talented
and big up
artist. I
Sexy
give her her
Danger
thing,
as well.
Yeah, but nah, there's none. Sex Danger, yeah.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't
But
exist.
there's no baton to pass,
Unfortunately,
there's no
in the
space
UK,
for it.
the scene is non-existent,
Interesting.
and it's so sad because
Yeah, they need
we
to do
have
more work.
talent over here.
sad.
We have
Bad talent.
but there's no scene. There's no
They
scene.
need to do more. I feel like they need to do a bit more work and think outside of the box.
Yeah.
And when I say the box, I mean the actual every minute round rubbing this, that, the turn.
exactly.
It's like it's not in a
Yeah,
rude
like
way.
we want to hear more about it.
I'm not going to no round robin,
the
so how
turn.
am I going to hear you? How am I going to see you?
Yeah.
So start looking at like open mic nights that have a variety of genres where other people
What they're
can
going to
appreciate
sing
your
at the
music.
open mic night?
Their music.
Yeah,
Which
but that's
music?
the point what Coco's saying.
Oh, but then
the
I have no
content needs to
music.
change. So we don't want to hear about how you're underneath look and you're this and you're bad girl and you're like
There's no music.
Let's switch it up a bit, you know what I mean? So now that you said that about Mafiella, I'm gonna go and listen to this. You got a body of work out, yeah?
Yeah, man, mascot.
All right,
music,
so
man.
I'm gonna
No,
make it
like
my
she's working on new stuff that will
Okay.
be out, so
Okay,
do look
cool,
out
yeah,
for it.
I'm gonna
But
go-
I'm talking about her previous.
I'm gonna
body
make
of
it my
work.
duty to go listen
Yeah.
to that because
Please
right
do.
now I'm not hearing enough substance. Yeah, excuse the pun.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not hearing enough substance coming out of the UK. Marissa's face is making me laugh. I ain't hearing enough substance coming out of the UK. What can I say? Excuse the pun. Put the camera there. Put the camera
put it
there.
on me, man.
Marissa's face.
But
Yeah. Was like,
but I feel like we have to
But,
create that energy in the
I'm not-
space as well, that because I feel like I get it, I get your view because at the end of the day, I'm still a newcomer when it comes to the dancehall scene and as far as really understanding which artist is doing what and whatever. So I'm always gonna be open to listening and learning, right?
No, we're always open to chilling. Coco
Yeah,
knows why she's
but
reacting
that's
like
what I said. I could see like
Yeah.
she's very strong on her stance, and that's fine.
Don't get. Did
trust
you hear
me, I said
Marissa?
don't get us
Did you hear
started.
Marissa said don't get started? There's a reason for
But I
that.
think we should create a more of a positive kind of environment to uplift them.
Me and I create nothing.
Watch episode
tried.
3, I think it
Yeah,
is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me go do my research.
Go back to episode 3 or so.
I love it.
And you'll see now.
Okay.
Honestly, we tried. And when we say we're not talking me and Coco.
Yeah.
We're talking about the scene in the
Individuals
whole.
in the scene.
The thing. The problem is, right? It's not about the artists and the individual talent. That's not what the issue is. Forget that for 1 minute. That's one conversation. Yeah. The bigger conversation is first of all, yeah, it's about the quality of work that they're producing, right? So the quality of work that's
waters.
coming out of the UK is just not good enough, right?
Water.
Okay.
Whether it could be you might have a good song, but the mixing and mastering don't sound
Yeah.
good, or
And
do you know what I
not
mean?
pure
Like
water,
this,
dishwater.
and remember, we're going up against dancehall and reggae in Jamaica. Yeah, there's a big difference. Do you watch AG?
Yeah.
Did you watch when you went to Jamaica?
I did
Did you see the
indeed.
difference
Bits.
of quality that was coming on his shows
Come on.
over there?
Big
And
difference.
Come on.
And these are unknown people in the street. Some of them got one leg, one teeth.
Yeah.
Not like, do you know?
But I have
talent-
these conversations when I interview reggae artists, right? And I have this conversation where I ask them.
Peel bus.
Hey, big up, get on Michael Jackson.
Melting on that set.
Big up, get on Michael Jackson.
I swear.
Yeah, and big up Boom Boom. Boom Boom had a clash between two Michael Jacksons on stage.
Oh, yeah?
There was a ghetto one and there was a refined one.
I'm done.
And I know the refined one, the uptown one worked at the hotels.
Oh, yeah. He goes in the big 5-star resorts.
So the uptown one, I saw him a couple years ago in like the Rio, like in the resort doing his thing.
Yeah.
He was looking refined, he was looking good. But Itu, he's from down the lane. Yeah. So Itu, he's not
gave it all he
he's
could,
not
yeah.
refined, but he's better than the uptown one. Like his moves are like more naturally better than the uptown one. The uptown one just looks the part more. You get me? Itu looks a bit ghetto for real.
For sure. But
bleached.
but just to my point, is that when I do interview the artists, I do ask them, like, because I'm genuinely intrigued, does the Jamaican dancehall scene like support the UK dancehall scene? Are the artists really supporting one another in that way, or do they even respect it? So I ask that, and I get mixed. It's mixed, but what I will say is that it always comes down to the basis. They say to me, you know what, Nadz, it's never gonna be the original sauce. It's never. You can add a little salt, you can add a little pepper, you can add a little whatever. You can even water it down.
And we're not saying that
it will never be the original. So it's never
be
taking it away from the original source of where dancehall began, but I feel like they have their respect in the grounds of, you guys, you're the UK, but you're still bringing our vibe over here.
Do you know what I think?
But
though?
Nadz,
Sorry, go on.
do you know what? I'm gonna let you speak. Is it off the back of that?
Speak of what I think.
All right,
I
I'm
feel
gonna
that
let you. I'm gonna let you speak on it, but I want to speak off the back directly of what you just said, and I have to come in there and cut you because not necessarily cut you, but I have to answer back to you because, as Coco just said, we don't want the UK to feel like they have to get the original, authentic Jamaican sound. Never gonna happen. We're English, yeah, we're British, right? But that's what the Jamaicans want, and this is what the English people don't realize, right?
The authenticity.
Let me tell you
of
something.
The UK.
Me and Coco know dancehall like the back of our hands. Yeah, we eat, live, sleep, breathe it. Yeah, this is why we can talk like this. When I go to Jamaica and I speak to them, it's very embarrassing for me when I say to them, "Oh yeah, do you know any UK artists?" They say, Stylo G.
Stylo G.
Yeah, big up Stylo G, though.
Big up Stylo G.
Big up
Stylo G. Now, Stylo G
Stylo.
is Jamaican. He's born in Jamaica. But guess what? He don't sound like them over there.
No.
He's got a little British
Twang.
thing
He
to
got
it.
a twang,
Yeah. Got a little twang to
Got
it.
his
Cool.
vibe.
Now, listen to this now, yeah? When I say to them, who would they want to work with from the UK? They're not even calling people like Stylo G's name. Stylo G's already on their level. They respect him. Yeah, they do collabs already. So he's different. Do you know who they're calling? Central C. All the UK drill artists and that. Because they want the difference. They don't want the same. Why would they want people from here to sound like them? They can go over there and find someone. They want that international vibe, and we're trying to catch up to them and trying to be yourself.
No, I was just gonna say we don't need to catch up.
Yourself.
But then that's where they can still collaborate, though.
Yeah, but they don't do
because
it, though.
it's still
They're
giving
gonna
a
say,
different flavour.
But they don't do it though, because let me tell you what happens. The UK dancehall artists is sit here and say, "Me, I'm not UK dancer. Me, I'm not UK. I'm not." Bro, how can a scene grow if you yourself is taking yourself out of that scene? How can the scene grow? There is a UK dancehall scene, but you lot are taking yourself out of it. So now there's none.
Yeah,
you go to Trinidad. You go to Trinidad. There's a scene called Trinidad. Which is the Trinidadian version of dancehall. They're getting all the collabs because they've got a scene. They're coming together. They're sticking together. We don't have that. It's all like
Nobody wants to put the work in here. The thing is, the artists they want to fly to Jamaica, do the work there. Listen, stop with the confusion.
Yeah.
You're in England. Use England as your leverage then. You understand?
Yes.
To get out there more. You're not doing that. You're just in this, everybody in at the CM crew with the CM click on CM. Everything just blood click CM. I don't know. Jesus Christ.
Do you know what? Another thing I was gonna also say is sometimes like you don't want your thing watered down, innit? So for me, like when you judge it, there could be a ghetto you in Jamaica, making dope tunes, but guess what? His video's gonna be bad boy, bro.
Right.
His video's gonna be 1010, clean.
Even if
4K.
you make on an iPhone.
Even if it make on an iPhone, it's gonna clean.
Right.
But in UK, the videos are looking crusty.
There's no video.
They're just
if you get a video, she Coco used to do like a countdown top 10 thing.
There
You
ain't
know,
no
she to
videos.
struggle
You
to
see?
find
There's no
videos.
videos.
Yeah.
And
You're
even
dropping
if you
songs
get them,
every
they're just
week.
poor quality.
And then
like very poor
then-
quality.
Quality.
Interesting.
So
But
I feel like a lot of these artists are always like not begging but crying that they're not getting a look in. But what are you really doing to be seen, innit? Like what are you doing to separate yourself from the rest and you know, like just take that extra step? And I don't really see it. I feel like everyone's just trying to be at the top of the round robin.
oh, interesting. Well, you know what I will say?
It's true.
It's
But
like,
you know what I mean?
No,
yeah,
True.
I hear you.
Like who's gonna be next week?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
My
know,
turn next week, your turn next week,
understand?
and then we're just there.
We've
Yeah.
got bigger things.
Well, big up
Circle.
artists like C's, because when I interviewed C's and I asked him that same.
These is dope.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Dope.
Guy, make sure you do check him out. He's heavy. But he'd had the same perspective of like, we're not trying to be like them. We are the UK dancehall, and that's
let's
okay.
embrace our
Well,
thing.
yeah.
But we need more Caesars.
Big
That's
up
the problem.
Quest.
We need
Big
more
up
Caesars.
C's.
Yes.
Big up the new you Skeet.
Yeah, bad. Remember I told you about him.
Yeah.
Skeet's
Bad.
dope. He should have been at City Splash.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cold
if they want to tap in, tap in.
Yeah, Ski
They're
is
there
cold.
to tap
Anyway.
in. They just need that
let me,
big push.
Let me hear from a DJ.
Yes.
What UK
Yes.
artist is? No, don't get me wrong. If you don't know any, it's fine. What UK artists are you rating? Do you play? And if you don't play them, why are you not playing them? Let me hear from a DJ.
You talk about UK artists, like UK dancehall artists,
Anybody?
or any. I mean, the crowd obviously, you know, you have to play at 1 Central. See, that's not UK dance. Are you talking about UK dance or just you?
No, I just want to hear. I want to hear your take. I'll answer your question on purpose, and I see where you've gone straight away. So really a
Obviously, yeah,
problem.
because you know, obviously, what's popping right now, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously, at 1 Central, see, who else? Like the classic UK artists, obviously. I mean, for example, like Steph London,
Yeah.
UK artist, but doing a crossover thing. You one more.
I'm gonna stop you. I don't need to hear nothing more.
All right.
You already have a problem. All of us here, we're just talking about dancehall artists. We mentioned some names that you probably haven't even heard of. Yeah,
I've heard of all of them, but I hear you though.
you heard the C's?
No, I'm like,
Yeah, okay, cool. I
you
thought
got me,
because
you
I
got
knew.
me.
Yeah,
You got it,
I got it. You got one. You got one now. You really wanted that one, you know.
No, do you know why? Yeah, because
That's
I
easy
do my
stuff.
research and I know the pecking orders of where people are, and I know that he's not quite there yet. Top
Okay.
artist, quality artist, but he's not quite that mainstream yet. Do you get it? I know
agree.
he's not there in terms of where you are. If I was asking a different DJ, they would know who he is.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
of
and what you do,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
for a fact you wouldn't have heard of him.
Cool.
And it's not taking anything away from him. I just know the pecking orders. Big up C's. Cool. Well, I'm going to go back to saying what I was saying. I stopped you early because we were all talking about dance artists and I asked you a question and straight away you went to Central C and Steph London.
Yeah.
Problem already.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a
Yeah.
problem
And we
in
have
itself.
so much
We were
talented
on topic,
artists,
but you
know.
can't think of anybody.
Yeah.
And the only
That's
person
why I
that I
asked you.
can
Knowledge.
think of that's actually really pushing and really going hard is man like Lord God.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord,
Young
God,
Saber
big
doing
up
this thing
Lord
as
God
well.
and
Saber's
Saber.
doing
Young
this thing.
Saber, I don't see Young Saber as a dancehall artist.
Yeah,
I feel like
I didn't see it.
yeah,
I'm not-
I
I
hear it. I hear, but he's dope.
Big up,
No,
Big up
see,
Saber.
Lord God.
Lord God, yeah.
Lord God
Lord
needs a
God is
little.
dancing.
Do you know
He
what,
don't
Lord God? If
stop.
you're watching this, take your
my birthday
flowers.
twin.
Like,
So you
what you saying,
absolutely
lads?
take your
Yeah, no.
flowers.
Yeah.
Lord
Yeah.
God is bad.
Yeah. And
But
do you know
here's
what I
my
like
thing
about
with
him?
Lord God.
Do you know-
He's not going hard enough for me. He
What?
underrates
No,
himself.
no.
No,
always
that's my
dropping
opinion.
tunes. He's on the rhythm.
That's my
I think he's
opinion.
right where he needs to
But
be.
let me hear what you
Hot
say
on
though.
it,
But I
babes.
disagree. But let me hear
There's
what
a
you say.
few artists.
One of my
what
favourite
really and
interviews.
truly
Even
should
that
be
was
at the top.
not in
Lord
person.
God, Style of British, Shanty Force.
Yeah, but
Oh,
do
yeah,
you know why I got to stop you there? Because that's not Lord God's fault. Yeah, this is why we go back to the whole scene. You see, Lord God, yeah, he's one of the few artists that I notice. In fact, I don't see anybody else. He's in a league of his own. This guy is innovative. He stays trending. Whatever topic is happening, Lord God talks about that topic
Facts.
and drops a song at the time to do
Yeah.
with that topic.
Active on
He's a
TikTok as
smart-
well.
this
He's
guy's
very
smart.
active on TikTok.
Very quick.
He's organised his dancers them from
Yes.
Birmingham.
That's-
Yeah, he used to be a dancer
And then
himself.
dancers,
He's
yeah.
organised his dancers them. And what he also does is social media, right?
Yes.
He just dropped a whole video. Yeah, it's so smart. This guy's so smart. He dropped the whole video about is there enough daggering and dancing in is there enough
Yeah, I
dancing
saw
in
that.
dancehall right now? Because he's saying that the men and women are not dancing together no more. Yeah, he made a
not
big
lying.
topic and then he promoted his song at the end of it because his song's
Exactly.
talking about
Smart.
the guy.
Love him.
Hella smart. And the
You
tunes
see
are,
us, people that us
catchy.
July born, yeah?
All right.
Big up my birthday twin.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's Lord God, big up himself. As he said, take
Yes,
the
his
flowers, man.
hooks are dope.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you over here.
And I hear what you're saying about
Coco
Saber, but Saber's not. I wouldn't call him a
Wait, we're not
dancehall
gonna move on
artist.
to Saber yet. Stay with Lord God because I heard what you said. you said he should be at the top. That's not his fault by himself. Lord God can't do it by himself. There's only so much he can do. We, the consumers, need to get behind him. The scene needs to get behind him. Promoters need to book him. Things like City Splash, he should be on the City Splash.
Yes, long time, easily.
No, I think
agree
City
with
Splash
that.
should have a correspondent, right? Where City Splash should have a correspondent. There was a thing called Brixton Splash back in the day. Marissa, you know, because Marissa, you know, because you're Brixton, yeah. That was on Acre Lane. Cold Harbour Lane. Sorry, Cold Harbour Lane had City Splash. I used to look forward to that, boy.
Brixton
Sound
Splash.
systems and Brixton Splash, yeah. Black and Dread and whatever. Cool. I used to look forward to that. I think they should go back to the grassroots. They should get a correspondent and call it a Brixton correspondent, right? That works for City Splash. And their job is to troll the internet, looking for grassroots people from the culture that are doing their thing. Because right now, they're not being seen. It's like we're just going head over there, you know what I'm saying? Yes. And then the reward will be they bring them on the big stages with the popcorns and the spices. And that's how you grow the scene and the culture. But these people are working so hard and they're just scratching the surface, and it's like you're not seeing them.
Rather than, even if they do bring them on, they put them on the smaller stages.
Like big up Cecil Rubin, you're trying, you're doing your thing, but it's not fair. I watched Mami because I was on stage with her last year on Cecil Rubin's stage. Thank you, Cecil, for giving us that opportunity. I watched Mami on that stage. Now, Mami, you shouldn't be fighting to get on that stage. You live across the road from the park. You're Brixton. You're the home of culture. You're talented. Like, you're making good music. You're making good videos. Your videos are quality. You're putting in the work. Now, why are you fighting to get onto a stage? And then when you do get on the stage, I watched you, Mami, yeah? When we got on that stage, they had a DJ on just before you, right? DJ was doing his thing, but it was still kind of early. The tent wasn't full. Yeah? Mami came on now, and I swear to you, no word of a lie. It's like, I don't know if you called your people to come or what it was, but
I didn't even have to. I didn't say nothing until I got to the front of the
Mami
stage.
came on, and as soon as Mami didn't even speak yet, and people were already screaming for her. And some of them, they knew her, but a lot of them, it's just how she looked. Like, she commanded the stage.
Her energy's amazing.
And you can look at her and say, she's going to be good.
Like,
you can just look at her and say,
see it. Off the back of that, what they should have done was brought her back this year
onto a bigger stage. So the road, all right. Thank you, Coco, because that's where I was going with this. What I was saying is, I watched Mami, and I wish I could do it like in a reel where I can be like, this is what it was now. This is when it is when she's here. And then
gappy.
It was gappy. And next minute, as soon as she started performing, it was doing her thing, the tent was full. When I say full, like a full house. And because the people were searching for good music, good performers. You know, just quite early in the day, people were searching for it, and they heard people were running. People were running to catch them after the bit. And then she brought on the dancers, and then I was mixing, and it was a vibe. And then literally, like, it's like the people wanted more. Like, she could put the mic to them, and they were singing back the song. It was a nice feeling, and I really thought, I said, Mami, you're definitely getting booked again next year. That's what I said to her. Because usually when you do that, as a reward, you're coming back. And it was very disheartening. Not because it's Mami and because I know her, I mean it just as a performance-wise. I feel like there's got to be some kind of scout there that's looking and saying, right, who was good?
Bring them back because the crowd and the energy.
But the thing is, that's what makes sense. There's so many artists that you can put on the bills. Pack up. The whole flyers pack up. You can at least pick 10 people. 10 people.
There's space.
From last year that shelled it, brought out the whole of the community, done their thing, and bring them back. To me, that's good business. Like, you know that you're going to bring people.
I mean, you was doing videos, you was bigging up City Splash, you was advertising.
I was just about to say, this is
what merch, everything.
I have to thank you, because I was literally just going to say it. Why I rate Mami Marissa, and I have to give her flowers each and every time, is because I caught her, I think, more of the tail end of you doing your PR, like going out and doing all the promo. But when I tell you, this woman, listen, big up yourself, sis, yeah?
Love you, man.
You don't stop, you do it right. She was out in the streets of Brixton. She was interacting with the audience. She was letting them know what's coming up, what she's got going on. So then by the time she come to our interview where we first met, it was like, boom, 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 boom. And then, do you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, you could see it that she was fully immersed in what it is that she was even, it's not just a booking. It was the culture for her. It was the performance. It was making sure people came out with the merchandise. Because where was we at? Thingy shop.
Best of Both Boutique in Brixton.
Shout out, yes.
Is that the t-shirts
Best
I printed
of Both
for you,
Boutique.
Is that the t-shirts I printed for you?
Yeah. So he done the merch for me.
Yeah, okay, yes. She had a world. It's mad, isn't it? Everything's worked full circle because I feel I was going on holiday the day after. On the day I was leaving on City Splash, so I came to Best of Both Boutique to obviously support. You're selling the merch, all this, and I just love to see it because that's how it should be done. You're a brand. You're a brand yourself. You're a talent yourself, and if you're going to be on someone else's stage, you make sure people know where you're going to be.
Exactly.
Come with your flowers, your flags. Come with whatever you need that represents me as an artist. You know, at the time you had the flowers on the cover and whatever.
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying?
So we was giving out lollipops and
man.
and that's what you need.
Lost for
I feel like the
melody,
grassroots artists, they're gonna give you more for your brand because the big artists are just there for the paycheck. They take your money, put a story in a post. Sorry, my fans, I'll be back next year. You know the ones there, but the grassroots, they're gonna put in
the work,
and it makes good business sense. So City Splash again, and give a little correspondent on the ground, you know.
Employ me, but you have to pay me good money because it's a lot of stress.
Like they have to have I want to see Lard Garden there.
And also I find that some of the UK artists that do get booked, it's the same old. Do you know what I mean? Every year, so and that's not just that City
Big
Splash.
up all the artists.
Big up to all the artists.
It's not easy.
I saw a few performances. I saw Ricardo Royale. I saw
Ricardo.
Slade's performance.
How was the performance?
Yes.
I missed that
From what I saw, it was
The
alright.
most I saw was Bubba Black's though.
Yeah, it was alright.
I saw, and the DJs them. I saw.
He looked like he showed it though.
I saw a DJ called Josh Skints, which is Lila Ike's DJ. He done really well. He's a white DJ. A lot of people when he's on TikTok. There's a DJ called Bingy, a female DJ.
I went,
Bingy Dan. She was on live.
Yeah, man, big up
she
Bingy
left her live on, and I got to see Josh DJ, and people were like, "Who's this? Who's this?" He's done really well. I'm not gonna lie to you. He played like some proper deep reggae. But he rolls with Lila Ike. He's the same sound as her, so he should know. But he done really well. I can't lie to you.
You see it there.
He dropped some tunes. He dropped some tunes. So are we open to that? Are we open with white people coming into the culture and playing our own cultures, or are we saying no?
I'm saying yes.
Okay.
Because if it's someone like you just said that loves our culture, wants to showcase our culture, that's what it's all about.
Yes.
And if you're doing it in a good way, it's the way
And
you're
not
exhibiting
taking
our
over,
culture.
it's fine. Yeah.
I love it.
Even if
Flo?
it might look gimmicky.
Yeah.
I hear it still.
Nadz, you open to it?
If they love it, if they like it, I love it.
As long as
I have no bone in this fight, and I'm saying it's whatever for me. Like as long as you're respecting it, respect the culture, understand it, be open to actually learning, not just to be the look of it because the look look cool,
Love
look
that.
nice.
Love
Because
that.
you don't need to put a K-row in your head to be
you don't.
to be a
And when you got them free flowing
white
locks,
Jamaican.
them free flowing locks looking like they ain't been twisted in a hot second. Nah, we're not finna do that. Okay.
And we don't want no. We don't want no. My best friend's black.
Not that one.
My boyfriend.
I've had jerk chicken before.
Yeah.
Next minute you're getting tomato.
Okay, now this is the perfect intro.
I like a bit of spice.
Marissa just said.
What? Go on, say it again.
Marissa said. What did he say, Marissa?
I said, you don't have to put a camera in your head and then replicate who you think a Jamaican is. Because next minute you're going to get tomatoed on stage.
Now walk out of the studio. People, it's been a good show. I am going. That's my show.
Well, I got my residency.
Yeah, guys,
Can you leave it as that?
Oh, okay, guys. Well,
I was going to say, is that going to be
they're
the...
funny.
cliffhanger.
Yeah, no. We definitely.
And then bring that on the next one.
Bring
that on the next
to get there. It's an hour. Yeah, what you say?
Shit. Bring that on the next show then, innit? Leave that as a cliffhanger and bring it on
I
next show
see
as a
it.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can run it
Yeah.
to be continued type
Let me see
thing.
Cookie. You could do that. Let's see where the boss.
Oh, you want to talk about something?
He's not no boss. I'm just here, going along with everything.
Yeah, the boss lady. Where are you?
Yeah, we can do that. Stay tuned for part 2.
Yeah.
You
It's
sure?
gonna be a long
People,
show.
potato, tomato, tomato.
Tomatoes.
Whatever floats.
Tomatoes.
Whatever floats your boat, mate.
On that note, my people, it's been a very interesting show. It's been very festive. We tried to just talk about City Splash. Obviously, we are here to uplift the culture. We are the culture. We represent the culture. We love the culture. And City Splash, big up yourselves because it's not easy doing what you do. As you can see, you've got a lot of support because what's your name? Rebecca? Renee? What's your name? Becca? What do you want my name? You took them to court. Rebecca.
You don't know her name?
I don't know.
I think it's Rebecca. Don't quote me on that. But the Karen
I was supposed to
that
say.
tried to take. I found her Instagram. I was following her.
Suppose you don't even live in the
It was
ends. So what are you doing?
I think her name's Rebecca. She basically took them to court said she won and so forth. But as you saw, City Splash, no joke, a lot of people were behind you. Like, there was more people behind you than there was behind Rebecca on her own page. You know what I mean? She came out like, we won, and people was like, no, you didn't. Like, you know what I mean? They shut her right down. So you can see you got a lot of support. There is a lot of support, but we just want you to be better and bigger, all right? Because we need more festivals like this, more spaces. You know, there's Glastonbury, there's all sorts of things happening. We need our festivals,
especially
as
us
well.
Brixtonians.
As Brixtonia, yeah, it should be in Brixton. That's why we want it as well. We want it to stay there. So on that note, we hope if this does get to somebody that, you know, is part of City Splash, this is not a bashful thing. This is an upliftment thing. We want you to do better. We want to see better. Next year, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there next year for sure. It's going to see me next year.
I would never stop supporting the culture and what they're trying to do. So I will definitely be there.
Yes,
100%. And I'm hoping you can be on the stage as well.
Yeah, and likewise, you know, definitely want to be doing more with behind the scenes with City Splash next year. So
100%.
I just want to get immersed in the culture and what's going on.
Coco.
And I will be sipping on a pina colada in Jamaica.
Ooh.
You're going to be,
Can't get more authentic than that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, now that we got some good news coming your way as well. Flo,
Yes.
any last words? You saying about City Splash, you're going to return?
Yeah, of course, I have to, man.
You have to,
Depending on the lineup next year, anyways, I'm gonna see what I'm going.
Their lineup doesn't really disappoint, though, to be fair.
Yeah, the lineup's always banging.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, last year was my favorite year. Cake was my heart, isn't it?
Yeah, let's
So,
end it
Trust
there,
me.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
can say last year was my favourite year. I know Nadz is her first time, so she can't really say that.
Right.
Riz?
Last year was my favourite year.
Favourite year.
by
Did you
far.
last year? No, okay, cool. Yeah. So we're all in agreement there. Last year was so let's get it back to that. Let's get it back to 2024. And maybe you can bring Rissa back for some luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because she was at
come
the
on.
24 one. You get me? So
I wouldn't say no.
Nami, I know you're wearing the host hat right now, but we're gonna end it on a like a go with the flow and put on the artistry hat. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's why,
Why that one?
Because that's one of my. You could do what you like, but that's one of my favorite ones. So, but that's why you look a piece
People
of that.
don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
That is it.
And don't forget your energy is expensive. Don't give it away for free. Over to Mami Marissa.
Fine.
I'm taking every day as it comes. 10 toes on my ones. No waiting on that green light. Man, I do what I want. I be doing this the way if you know I'm gonna ride. I be keeping it OG. I don't need no one by my side, yeah. No, there no grudge, yeah. I'm leading with love, yeah. No fear in my heart. Every step that I walk is on God, yeah.
Bad.
Perfect.
Come on. Now, what one was you gonna leave it with? Was it 99?
Yeah, I would have
How
done
did I
that,
know?
you
How did I know?
I wanted to do it my song. My song.
What was your one?
Melanin Popping.
Can't give them a free concert. But you know what we can do? But let's put her on the spot. Let's get a little medley. Let's get a little medley of 99 and Medley Poppin'. Let's put her on the spot.
You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot.
You gotta try fit in Medley Poppin' somehow and try fit in 99 somehow. Somehow. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but let's see what I got.
See, I'm just trying to make the most in life. I'm trying to party, have a good time. No time to stress, we keep it blessed, we keep a level mind. Call up the girls, turn up, get ready and meet me at mine. We about to party, shake a leg and leave it all behind. Now how we do, we always dress to impress. Head high, walking like there's an S on my chest. Gotta know your worth, sis, you know you the best. And even though you talk, you walk it with every step. Hey, Mr. DJ, pull it up, we lit and come again. We about to party in this, tell a friend of a friend. Hey, Mr. DJ, pull it up, we lit and come again. We about to party in this. Melanin poppin', yeah.
There you go.
Epic. Oh my God.
What you saying, Flo? What you saying, Flo? I'm gonna send you the tracks, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, my challenge to you. I'm gonna send you 3 tracks.
Yeah.
You're gonna put them in the mix of one of your bookings with another song and send it back to me. We're gonna see what I got.
We got you.
Yeah?
Standing easy.
We're gonna
I
see
love
what
that.
we
Thank
can
you
do.
for having me.
Alright,
I'm
come
so
on.
much fun.
It's just not gonna be the last. It's not gonna be the last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people, that was a special out of any. Get used to these faces because you're gonna see them around there a lot more. You know what I mean?
That's the vibe.
Lastly, any topics you want us to talk about or discuss, let us know. Feel free to comment. If you don't agree with us, talk. That's what we're here for. You know what I mean?
And if
Open
you
your
would
mouth.
like us to take some behind the scenes footage of your event,
Contact us. Out of many podcasts, Carib Culture. What a thunder me knows.
I'm
I'm
out.
out.